let's call to order the regular board meeting for Hollister School District, August 27th, 2024 at 4:31. And roll call vote, Trustee Grist.
Aye.
Trustee Marks.
Here.
Martinez.
Here.
O'Connor.
Here.
I'm here, everyone's here. Any public comments for
I don't
closed
have any.
session? No? Okay, is there a motion to go to closed session?
So I'll second.
Okay, convening to closed session at 4:31.
her parent, her day
Helping.
helping.
Okay, welcome everyone. I'd like to call back to order the regular meeting of the Hollister School District. We are now in session at 6:01, and this meeting is being recorded. Please join me in the flag salute. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going on to item 7, community and student staff recognition.
Okay, good evening, everybody. I would like to welcome Jill Cameron up to the front. She is our coordinator of special projects, and we're happy to have her as part of the Hollister School District. She joined our team this year, and she's going to share some information with us tonight. So welcome, Jill, and thank you for being here.
Great, thank you. I don't think I've been officially up here to introduce myself and to thank you for the opportunity of being your coordinator of special projects and the programs that I have some oversight with. So thank you. I just wanted to acknowledge that. So we wanted to come up and talk about the migrant program, and we recently had a relocation of the program from HCLA over to Sunny Slope. So there's a few pictures I wish I should have included with the rooms. Really looked like when we first got in there. And so everything was transferred from HCLA over to Sunny Slope, and we currently have 4 classrooms over at Sunny Slope, and one is an office. We have converted one to complete storage. You can see the picture in the middle. It's all shelving in that room. And we spent a good part of July and August going through all of our materials and what do we have and what do we want to keep for programs and services for our parents and students. We had 3 of our migrant liaisons who came in that we used tab sheets for, didn't donate their time, but came in and we spent an entire day in July working on trying to figure out how are we going to organize our room for storage. And so I appreciate the efforts of those liaisons coming in and spending their time with me and really just trying to figure out how do we move forward with our plan for the new resource center. So you can see their efforts there with organizing that storage room. And then I'm currently working with Erin. We're actually meeting. We've met several times. We're going to be meeting again tomorrow to look at. So 2 of the rooms we would like to create a resource room for parents and kids. So whether that's for summer school, for workshops for students and parents, and then the other room could be the same / childcare. So we're going to have some plans on really, we need to replace flooring and really spruce up those rooms and clean them and maybe do some painting. So Erin and I, Shubazette and I will be looking at moving forward how to do this stuff, along with the office. So it's definitely a work in progress for sure. And just an update, we do have our 6 liaisons, and so you have 5 of them that are migrant / community schools. So Stacy Benner and I are working together on supporting the migrant piece of the work that they do and also the community school piece. And so we have an entire year planned out of monthly meetings with them on a regular basis and then looking at our community resources. So currently this Friday, we're going to be visiting the food bank with our entire team and introducing them to all the folks that work over at the food bank and understanding what programs that they offer. And we have actually IT coming in tomorrow and giving them some trainings in Aries and Parent Square so they can do workshops with families. And so we're trying to build their capacity. And so I think that was kind of one of the first steps when Stacy and I came together to what support do do our liaisons need. And so building their capacity with some of their skills, and then also we're streamlining their workstations as well. So we ordered new equipment for their workstations, so that'll be coming in the next week or so. That's kind of our update. More to come. You can definitely come back, but I'll be also meeting with, I wanted to come back to the first picture. You see the sign on the side of the building that says Migrant Resource Center. So we do have some plans for some better signage on the front, because when you're driving down Sunny Slope, you don't necessarily see that side of the building. So I'm meeting on Friday with a company that can do some more signage for us. And then there's also a gate that is located right next to that building on the Sunny Slope. And so we utilize it now, but we need a better system, so when our families come for workshops or signing, eligibility or whatever they need, because our office is right on the other side of that wall, maybe a presence system of some sort, so they can park and then walk right into the resource center. Because parking in the lots at Sunny Slope, there's quite a distance to get to that resource center, and how do we get them through? And keep the school secure at the same time. So we have some meetings set up to address the gates and the signage and just making it easier for parents. And then also we make things we purchase some equipment for even our liaisons to get supplies and get to the vehicles and things like that. Yeah. Doing a lot of work behind all that. Work in progress, for sure. Work in progress.
Does the board have any questions?
You pretty much covered all the questions I had, so you're on it, Yeah, because I mean, the logistics of everything we basically talked about, right? Because I know when they were at HVLA, they had that low parking, they could just walk into the office for eligibility purposes, right? And it just made it easy. So now with this, it's a little bit more difficult.
Is that where the buses though, drop off? Where do the
It's
buses?
those 3 portables that are up on the very top
But
of it.
is it Sunny Slope is where the buses go? No.
I think they used to drop off. I don't
They
know
don't
if they still
anymore?
use that. Is that lane right there? That curve?
So no. Okay,
No.
so that they can park along that road?
Yeah,
Along
I
Sunny
think it's a 20-minute parking is what the curb says right now, but we
It's
need,
green, yeah.
is that what it is?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we get that changed
We can work with the city.
Yeah. so that our parents can stay longer for the?
I think currently, so we have our migrant secretary, our recruiter who currently are in that office every day, and they actually park curbside, and they have not been, no one's told them they can't or been cited, so I don't know.
Well, we don't wanna
We could look into.
push our luck.
But I think we do need to look into, like, is that our signage, is that the city's?
Right.
How do we,
Right.
how do we get that cleared up so people feel a little bit easier about parking there and not rushing?
Right.
Okay.
That was, I mean, most of the families come in with little ones, and it's a busy street also, right there. So that's why it was convenient to park in the parking lot where, you get a little one that kind of gets away from you. You're not in jeopardy of traffic. That's right there next to you. So those are all, you're on it. You have everything that I was thinking about, the signage, because I actually walked by to see from the sidewalk, and I couldn't even read the name of migrant to know that what it was, right? But a banner, something good size, just to, because we've moved migrant, from here to there to over here. So, it's just giving families that sense of
Ownership.
to something is important. And all of the things that are needed in those classrooms, I think too, is needed so that it's not just some corner portable that you were put into as an afterthought.
Right. I think we're gonna address the landscaping too, so it could be some TLC.
Well, they haven't been used, so it makes sense that they need a lot of work.
Yeah, I think that's all on our agenda. Oh, my, sometimes we get cut off.
Your time is up.
I know, it's on a timer. I'm just kidding.
But I can report back at another time and give you an update on how we're progressing
Yeah,
on our
sounds good.
facility upgrade.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Jill.
Okay, on to item number 8, closed session announcements. We do have one announcement. The board took action by unanimous vote of all trustees present to accept a settlement agreement with a terminated classified management employee. Okay, item number 9, approve the agenda. Now, staff has asked to pull J and K in the consent items for further discussion with the union. So, would someone
So I
like to?
I make a motion that we approve the agenda and pull J and K from consent, to give the district an opportunity to have further discussion with the union on both items.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote, trustee Gris,
Aye.
trustee Marks,
Aye.
trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee O'Connor.
Aye.
I'm an aye, that passes 5-0. Okay. Public comments, are there any public comments?
We have 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to call Kimberly Gonzalez. We have a 3-minute time limit.
Sorry.
It's okay, take your time.
She only gave me minutes.
You're
okay.
Sorry, it's not a big crowd here.
No, we don't start it until after you introduced yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My name is Kimberly Gonzalez. I have a daughter, her name is Athena.
Is this working, Brethren?
Sorry. I have Athena's my daughter. She's a first grader at Aura Hardin. I moved recently at the beginning of the year in January from Salinas, and I've been having a hard time with the after-school program. I have reached out and I understood that last year, because we came in the middle of the school year, that maybe that was the issue. But this year, I'm still getting a lot of pushback, and I understand, the program process is dedicated to students that are homeless and domestic violence cases, but I'm just a regular mom. I'm a single parent. I work out of town. I don't have the luxury to always pick her up. Right now, I am struggling adjusting my schedule as much as I can, but I need a long-term solution because I can't do this all the time. I'm sorry. I have reached out to, I'm sorry, I don't remember the names, but I need help. I need, alternatives. I don't know what they can do, but if I could just get some help with some kind of solution here. That's all. Sorry. I thought I'd do much better.
That's okay.
Hello?
So I think, just so you know, we are not at liberty to comment while you're giving public comment. That's why we can't say it.
We're not
that
able
we-
to respond.
It's not that we don't want to, we're just not allowed to. Yeah. Okay, so thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up, Dulce.
Good afternoon, Board of Trustees and Superintendent. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to talk. My name is Luisa Alonso, and I'm here Jan, thank you for emailing back. I did email also regarding the after-school program. My circumstances are a little bit different from the prior speaker. However, me and my daughter has been attending Hollister Dual Language Academy, and since teenage, she's had an option to go to an after-school program, which has been YMCA, and they have been great. They've helped her with homework. She built great relationships with staff and team members, and she was able to build on this for the last 8 years. When you guys implemented the new program, she actually got in last year. And I don't know how the criteria was set or how we qualified last year. And I think I emailed Jill as well. She let me know a week before school was starting that she was no longer in the program. And that I want to share that there's no criteria that's being transparently shared with the parents. Before, we had an alternative where our family, oh, it turned off.
Keep on looking here.
Okay, our family paid for YMCA programs for her to go to the programs, and there was an option, and I knew she was safe after school. So all I ask of the board is to consider having an alternative for families, do the right thing, and have an option for family members. I'm willing to pay for child service for my daughter. All YMCA needs is a classroom. So all you need to do is give them the space, and they could provide service to working families. They also have programs to assist lower income families that could support maybe single family household. And so please do the right thing and consider providing additional alternatives for working families. Also, one more thing is that I know Hollister Dual Language Academy, the Parents Club, submitted a petition of many families that are impacted. So as a school district, I just ask that support the youth in our community and do what's right for them. Thank you.
Okay. Item number 11, reports. The 2024-29 Hollister School District Blueprint.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Interim Superintendent Ward. Thank you for having me this evening. I am going to just go through a quick presentation of the final version. It's not the final, but it's the living final of the 24-29 Student Success Blueprint. So as you recall, last year we had a presentation of each chapter. We went through, we collected input, and so those changes are reflected in this document. This is a living document, as I said, so we will move forward with changes as they arise, as the interest of, as student performance guides us, then the changes will be included in this document. So this is kind of the summary of it all. Included is our mission, our board goals, and the Hollister LCAP goals there. This is our graphic that is serving the whole child. It's bringing academic, behavior, social, emotional, all of our initiatives. And now I'm not going to yell. All of our initiatives that we offer to our students there so that they are all set for success. So first we have our first LCAP goal of student achievement. We have the goals of, or the actions of the LCAP there. Together with our community and our stakeholders, we have compiled a database of information and needs based on our student performance, our history, on students, our parents' input, and these are the actions that we came up with. So these are going to be directly reflected in the LCAP. We have college and career readiness, we have our early literacy, multilingual learner support, inclusive classrooms without a capital I, there's my first change, mental health and wellness, Relevant technology, safe spaces, student engagement, summer school, supportive assessments, interventions and materials, and universal pre-kindergarten is our first goal. So then we move to staff success. It's a little bit smaller, but it's equally as large. We have instructional development, and that could be for classified and certificated. We have instructional support, again, for classified and certificated. So specific examples of that instructional development would be, we have PD offerings with Chartwell for the science of reading. Instructional support is that Chartwell will come in and they will coach and observe the science of reading instruction. Then we also have teacher recruitment and retainment through our NEST program, and that's working quite well. Then we have our partner engagement. This is a priority in Ed Services. For everything that we do, we link a parent engagement activity with it. So when we go through and we talk about multilingual learners, we ask, what are we doing for parent engagement? When we're talking about our instructional strategies, what are we doing for parent engagement? So family support, parent communication, parent engagement, and education. Those are all very broad. But again, as we get into the specifics of it, there will be a lot going on, and I'm looking forward to presenting on those activities as we move forward. So the blueprint represents HSC's ongoing process of evaluation, adjustment, and improvement to adapt to the evolving needs of students. There's a little cycle there that kind of captures the MTSS, the multi-tiered system of supports that we implement. We evaluate, define, we analyze, and we implement. And we offer tiered instruction in both academic, behavioral, and social emotional areas. And that is the blueprint. Any questions?
With the science of reading, are you expanding that? I know you did it at R.O. Hardin. Are you expanding it to all the campuses?
Yes, all campuses have PAF or foundations implemented in some fashion. Most of them are doing a intervention wheel where they are, where the entire grade level comes together and then they split the kids up. The intervention team comes in, so essentially you have up to 14 adults with an entire grade level, so they're in tiny little groups and getting that one-on-one instruction. So very successful, as you've seen with R.O. Hardin. Our superstar last year was Sunny Slope. They did really good with their intervention program. Sarah Vista, they all are doing really great stuff. We're all just coming to we're all calibrating in the light. So we're in that phase right now. And then we're going to continue with the science of reading. We're continuing with the UCSF research for the dyslexia screener, or the reading readiness screener, now they're calling it, so that we are supporting their research, and as California is coming to select a screener for that.
The intervention, like the pathways, is not the whole reading program, though.
No.
Right.
No.
So we have a basic curriculum
Yes.
for reading.
Yes.
And then this is on top of it.
Right. Yes.
So let's say I'm a second grade student. So how much reading time do I have in a day?
So you're going to have quite a lot. So you have the foundation, or the foundation of a reading program that is going to be your read alouds, your everybody gets the same practice and whatnot. Then you're going to go into roughly 30 to 45, some campuses do 60 minutes of specific reading intervention. That's the science of reading. So you're getting very intensive practice with the science of reading strategies.
So do I get like 90 minutes a day?
I would say that's fair to say.
And then if I get some social studies or science, I'll get some reading there.
Yep, yeah, absolutely. Math, you're going to be reading in second grade, reading problems.
So would you try to quantify how much reading each day a child gets?
I would say most of their day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really important that we include the social science and science to make that an impactful day of literature.
Yes, we want to make sure that we are satisfying all subjects. When we hand the second grader off to the third graders, the third grade teacher, they need to have a foundation knowledge of
expository text, a little bit.
Yeah, and developing those skills. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
And that is, I actually went through the document, the blueprint document, and, it's really strong. I know it's a living document, so I know that at some point there'll be like, I'll look at it for its aesthetics to make sure
Yes.
that the heading fonts match and all of that, right?
Yes.
But I didn't know if you already have plans for this, but I know that at least one document is a Google Doc.
Yes.
And I was gonna ask if you have plans to make those all into PDFs or something like that, because I worry that a Google Doc could be manipulated accidentally
Oh,
or
compromised.
anything like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Yes,
Yeah.
I think it's very restricted. It's only viewer only. So if you're gonna look at them on the website, it's view only, but I do appreciate that. And they attach to, I believe the board agenda is the PDF version of it. So I do practice, I try to practice that security.
Yeah, mine was live, like I could go in and like,
You could
I
edit
could
it.
click on, no,
Oh.
you're right, no, it just didn't appear to be like, and the other thing with Google Docs is sometimes when it's not a PDF, it doesn't pull up on like, let's say a Mac the same way or something like that, you know what I'm saying?
I see.
So just,
Okay.
it's just a suggestion,
Sure.
and,
Fair.
because when you put so much work in this, right? We wanna be able to just like, let it shine, so.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
I like to share.
Thank
No
you.
thievery.
Thank you.
All right, wonderful. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Colleen. Okay, we're on to item 12, Superintendent's Report, August 2024, from Interim Superintendent Kip Ward.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Kip Ward, Interim Superintendent. It's nice to see the massive crowd out here tonight.
You're really racking them in.
It's the down arrow.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the wonderful back to school. I think we're already a couple weeks in, and I wanted to just show you some pictures and acknowledge all the hard work that our staffs have taken as their challenge for 2024, our teachers, our paraprofessionals, our principals, our assistant principals, and on down the line. We're grateful to all their hard work, and this is what we're talking about when we're talking about hard work. Look at those numbers. So we have enrollment of currently 5916, which is, we're up from last year, and we're excited about that. Certificated staff, we currently have 342 certificated staff and 318 classified staff. So all those staff members working together to support all 5,916 students. It's quite a task, and we're off to a great start. I've been able to visit every site a few times, and I've been encouraged with the energy, the smiles, the positivity. It feels really good to be out there and witnessing that. I think this is, in my mind, this is one of the best starts that we've had. And it may just be that I'm old and I'm forgetting last year already, but really, when I've been out there the last few weeks, I've been really grateful for the energy. Onboarding, new employee onboarding, we have 40 new HSD teachers. This was a great 4 days for these folks. They did 2 days of Capturing Kids' Hearts training, which anybody that was in this building, even back in maintenance and operation, probably heard the cheers and the yelling and the positive energy that was coming out of this room of 2 days of bonding and working how to create social contracts and how to support students. That group really enjoyed that training, and so that was the first 2 days. The second 2 days, they did nuts and bolts, more of this is where you'll get this information, and this is who to contact for that, etc. And then they took this, we have the picture of the bus here, they took this tour around all, which is a great idea by Dr. Myers and her department, and Emma Veltri kind of spearheaded that, took all of them on a bus and let them tour all 10 school sites.
Cool.
And Emma was kind of like a tour guide. She had a little, like a little microphone, like Britney Spears or something, and she was talking about each school, and they were Yeah, it was very, very well done, and so I wanted to acknowledge Emma and the whole department for putting that together and making our new people feel welcome.
Double-decker bus next time, so it really does feel like a
Double-decker bus. Noted. And then we also had a substitute orientation, which was well attended. 100+ certificated and classified subs came here to the district office, and Emma Veltri again held that training, and along with assignment clerk Maricela Garcia. And this was a goal of the district. As we know, over the last few years, the substitute situation can be challenging. And so we want to make them feel welcome. We want them to know where everything is. And it was a great day. We did get feedback from a lot of the subs that thanked us because it got them off to a positive start, knowing who they should call, who they should talk to, and just a lot of valuable information was shared. So grateful to the department for that as well. And they did activities as the Ed Services is known to do. They had some fun, and so we're appreciative of that. And then special education back to school, prior to school starting, 60+ HSD SPED teachers and service providers came together for orientation before the school year began. And it was introductions, again, providing that key information, an overview of what the year is going to look like, instructional focuses related to achievement, etc. And Dr. Gutierrez and his team did an excellent job with 60+ employees from the SPED department. And then we had the Algebra Academy. So I was talking to Dr. Myers about this today. So 40 students from HSE 8th graders went 5 days during their summer vacation to an algebra camp for math enrichment. And they got instruction, they played games, they bonded, there was people from CSUMB and UCSC, and it's really nice to know that we had that many HSD 8th graders participating in something that high level, and that they're willing to give up 5 days of their summer.
Wow. Was that sponsored by Granite Rock?
That was sponsored by Granite Rock, yes. And I believe the facility was in Watsonville or Moss Landing, the Moss Landing area, yes. And then finally, we'll wrap it up with student nutrition. As always, they're feeding our kids and keeping everybody tummies full and happy. They always promoting healthy habits, and we wanted to specifically point out at RSS, you can see that she dressed up, these are 2 of the days, she dressed up as a grape, and then in the other one, I believe that's a strawberry. And so the kids thought it was great, and it was energetic and much appreciated. And then we have a nice picture here from the first day of school and from an assembly at Rancho. And so there we are. We have 2 weeks of school in the books, and we're grateful that we're off to such a positive start.
Yay.
Great.
Very cool.
So thank you.
Any questions, board? Okay, item 13, consent items. Before we take action on consent item, does the board desire any discussion on a specific item?
Well, we have to, I forget the numbers that we
approved the agenda.
yeah, but when we approve consent items, we don't have to pull those out.
No, we've already taken them out.
Okay.
Approve the agenda altogether.
All right.
Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve 13A through I and L through U.
I'll second.
Okay. And roll call vote, trustee Gris?
Aye.
Aye.
Martinez?
Aye.
O'Connor?
Aye.
I'm an aye, passes 5-0. Okay, item 14, approval of board meeting minutes. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the board meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Second? Okay, roll call vote, trustee Gris?
Aye.
Marks?
Aye.
Martinez?
Aye.
O'Connor?
Aye.
I'm an aye, passes 5-0. Okay, on to item 15, discussion action items. 15A, discussion and approval of contract with Jessica Romeo, interim human resources services. So,
We have Beth on. No, we don't need a, okay. Oh, that's right.
okay, pursuant to Government Code Section 54953, Subdivision C3, the board provides this oral summary of the salary and/or fringe benefits for the executive position of Interim Director of Human Resources to be filled by Ms. Jessica Romeo. The term of this agreement shall commence on or after August 5th, 2024, and shall remain in full force until the current Director of Human Resources returns from leave or for up to 57 non-consecutive days, whichever is earlier. The daily salary to be paid is $870, less all statutory and other deductions. The agreement also provides for a $330 per diem payment. The agreement does not provide for any health and welfare benefits or any other district certificated senior management employee benefits. Okay, any questions? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept the employment contract between HSD and Jessica Romeo, Interim Director of Human Resources.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay. And roll call vote, trustee Grist?
Aye.
Aye.
Martinez?
Aye.
Aye, passes 5-0. Okay, item 15B, adoption of resolution number 2, 2425, authorizing district personnel to act as district agents. Does the board have any questions?
No, these are generally, they're required every year, so.
Yeah.
We're up to standard,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. You want to make a motion?
We
I
did
make
on
a-
a secret.
I make a motion that we approve resolution number 2-24/25, authorizing district personnel to act as district agents.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, trustee Grist?
Aye.
Trustee Marks?
Aye.
Trustee Martinez?
Aye.
O'Connor?
Aye.
I'm an aye, passes 5-0. 15C, adoption of resolution number 3, 2425, authorizing district personnel to sign on bank accounts.
This is also one that we bring every year. The difference here is that the bank is actually asking us to update our signature cards. So we're taking advantage of changing. We have some management personnel who have left. We want to kind of streamline what's going on, and so we're taking a single resolution. Previously, you've seen individual ones for different bank accounts. Now that we're all at one bank, we can take a single resolution, with just 4 signatures on it, and they will accept that.
I'll make a, you want to do it?
Go ahead.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we accept adoption of resolution number 3, 2425, authorizing district personnel to sign on bank accounts.
I'll second.
Okay. Roll call vote, trustee Grist?
Aye.
Trustee Marks?
Aye.
Trustee Martinez?
Aye.
Trustee O'Connor?
Aye.
I'm an aye, passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Okay, 15D, oral report and action to approve employment contract for interim superintendent Kip Ward. Okay. Is there any questions before I go further? No questions? Okay. Pursuant to the Government Code Section 54953, Subdivision C3, the board provides this oral summary of the salary and/or fringe benefits for the executive position of interim superintendent to be filled by Mr. Kip Ward. The term of this agreement shall commence on August 23rd, 2024, and shall remain in full force until a Superintendent Sanchez returns to employment from medical leave, or June 30th, 2025, whichever is earlier. The annual salary to be paid in monthly installments and prorated for any part month is $286 and $366, less all statutory and other deductions. The agreement also provides for longevity and the same health and welfare benefits as other district certificated senior management employees. Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the oral report and the employment contract for interim superintendent support.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote. Trustee Gris.
Aye.
Trustee Marks.
Aye.
Trustee Martinez.
Aye.
Trustee O'Connor.
Aye.
I am an aye, passes 5-0. Okay, item 16, board member report. Trustee Gris.
Let's see, I've had the opportunity of going to Rancho Santana several times in the last couple of weeks. We are unfortunately getting a problem with the traffic, like at R.L. Hardin, blocking off the street. Otherwise, the campus looks great. Very, very clean, organized. The kids are having fun. So that's been really nice. And we had a meeting. That's about it for me.
Just attending the last two special board meetings for me.
Yeah.
That was me.
I have nothing to report. Okay, how about item 17, future agenda items? Does anyone have a future agenda item they'd like to pull up? No? No? Okay, any announcements or reminders? Does anybody have any?
I have a question. Will there be an opportunity for us to get a list of all the back-to-school nights for the different campuses so that we can attend as we can?
Yes, we will send those to you.
Actually, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's good. Okay, well, it's ready for adjournment? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Beat you this time.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, adjourning at 6:43.
I like these kind of meetings.